can.
What? Oh,
Come on.
Now let me just tell you, this gets crazy. Now this is our little walkway. You're going to come up. We're going to have our designers come up here, builders come up here. This is your leadership team. Your builder, come on, sir. This is the high five line, so y'all get excited. When you hit it, get excited, okay? All right, here we go. All right. Where's my sheet? You have my sheet. All right, you down here will do it. I'll do this. Okay, so we're going to start off with anybody that did a show. Stand up. If your retail was 2,000 or higher for the month of May. No, total for the month. Come on, you're up there. You got a money service. Go, come on. Look at the line.
Shows over 500 or something, and I just didn't feel like running because I don't feel good.
Oh. What were you on update for?
100 home show fun.
Alright, so that I think is all of our. Am I missing anything with Baby Brain? Top sponsor, I think, was all across the board. It was one.
We both sponsored.
And I sponsored. I'm like, I ran it quick, dude. Okay. Mindy. You're. Oh no, what? Blink Queen.
Oh yeah, Blink Queen. Hold up, I got the rain, my new queen.
And in the meantime, birthdays in the month of June. Stand up, girl. All my Geminis in the house. Go right ahead. You got nothing about it. Okay, I'll do it. Oh, Cammy's birthday's on Thursday, y'all.
My birthday Thursday. We got us to do 3:00 on Wednesday. Anybody wants to come to Provino's, that's where we'll be at 6:30 on Thursday. That's how we're doing.
Yeah, so I start my diet on Friday.
All right, we're ready.
Okay?
All right, so our Bling Queen. Okay, where are the
You
points?
got your building account sheets,
I left mine
everybody?
over here. For
Make sure your name is on them.
Whose did I leave over here that was highlighted in blue?
Pass them in
Oh, there it
so
is.
that we can see who has the top number. And this is just among jewelers, so you don't have to
Here's
worry,
Beth.
it's not against leadership. Anybody, y'all don't get this, I mean, who doesn't want to be the queen? What? Every day. Oh, that's right. That's right, okay.
Let's see who wins.
Yeah, that is right.
Uh-oh.
It's my baby!
Where's Jennifer? We got a new one.
Jennifer, come on up here, you bling queen. I gotta give a shout out to Jennifer. Jennifer just started her business in March and she's got her first baby. How many shows have you had since you started? Oh my gosh. A lot.
Yeah, 14 or 15 now.
And she's got 4 kids. Okay? And so she's working it. You are a jeweler away from being in Jones Rookie Club. You can do it, right, girls? Yeah. Okay, how are we gonna do it? Ooh, that was
That'll work.
For those of y'all that don't know your building account sheets, the reason behind that sheet is it tallies what you do during the month and it shows you whether you're hogging or in a business. And so it keeps you focused on working how you need to be working your business, okay? All right, Beth, here's yours. Jennifer,
I mean, it's not real hard, but.
Mitzi, Kathy, Brianna. Very good, very
Tammy's
good.
office, you had the.
It's right there. Oh, no, not the pen. It's right there underneath the
Please. Okay, so we're gonna do announcements, and since I've had pregnancy this week, and I forgot to send that she was doing it, she don't know what she's doing. So, announcements.
Read it.
I told her that, but she's like, okay. No, y'all can sit if y'all want. We're gonna start and pass around the prayer journal. If you're not familiar with this at all, Premier actually, Premier has a full-time prayer ministry. They pay people to pray for us. So it's phenomenal. If you've never gotten a call from them, or if you have, you'll know it's very special. But if any prayer request, even if you want to put unspoken, but make sure you do put your first and last name if you want them to call you and be able to pray for you. But Jan is usually who we deal with, and she's fabulous. We love her. There's a picture of her on that slideshow if y'all ever want to know who she is. And put a face with a name who's praying for you. But calendar call out. This is a new thing that we're doing. First Monday is of the month. First Monday.
New jeweler training.
New jeweler training. Second Monday is training. And then the fourth Monday is Fun to Share. Okay, and so that is going to be on June 23rd. It's Fun to Share at Brook for June. And July is going to be different due to Rally. Okay, so those that are going to Rally, they didn't want to have too much craziness going on for us. I'm actually going to open up new jeweler training at my house. We didn't have it on the calendar for July 7th, but I'm going to put it on there just due to the fact that this promotion in June, if it causes everyone to sponsor, then we want y'all to have someone to bring them before August. So just let me know that it's going to be by RSVP only. So just please let me know. I'll be leaving for Rally 2 days later, but I definitely want to put that out there for you guys so you have that tool so your new jewelers can get trained. But make sure you mark on your calendars, Monday, July 21st is the after Rally party and Fun to Share combined. We're going to do them together. And that's going to be huge, especially if you're not going to Rally, which I know was difficult for a lot of people this year financially. which means I want no excuses next year. It's the 30th anniversary, right? Start saving now. But so make sure July 21st is on your calendar. It will be here. Rally is the 10th through the 12th of July, and we'll go over it in a little bit. You still have till Friday to register. Haven of Hope coming up. You can still qualify. Did you say that?
He's already qualified.
She's the first one signed up. I got to do 4 more shows. Anyway, so that's awesome. If you don't know about that, let us know. It's an awesome leadership thing coming up October 9th through the 12th that you can qualify for. And then our current promotions that Premier has going on are awesome. Double hostess bonuses with a $400 show. Their bonus is double. So make sure your hostesses understand that. Should help you with your June shows. And then the huge sponsoring promotion I'm going to cover in detail in a little bit. So that's pretty much it. And Judy's going to do our devotion for us.
Okay, this is from Joan's book, Keeping It Personal. And of course, it's June 9th, and it's titled The 2 D's. It's Proverbs 23:23, get the truth and don't ever sell it. Also get wisdom, discipline, and discernment. The book of Proverbs challenges us to get wisdom. Part of wisdom is discipline. Self-discipline is difficult, especially for certain sanguine personalities that make up a lot of sales companies. Proverbs 23:23 lists 4 goals to have: truth, wisdom, discipline, and discernment, or understanding. They are all interrelated. Let's look at some things that require self-discipline. We must be disciplined to have integrity. We must be disciplined with our tongues to speak truth and refrain from gossip. We must be disciplined to regularly train ourselves and those in our business. Discipline says you have endurance and don't give up. Another aspect of wisdom is discernment or understanding. Here's a simple formula that may help you become more understanding. I call it the feel, felt, found theory. I understand how you feel. I once felt that way, but I found that by doing this, I could overcome. King Solomon said, let those who are wise listen to these proverbs and become even wiser. Proverbs 1:5. That is great advice, isn't it? If you are wise, become wiser. Making it personal, in which area do I need to grow more discipline or discernment?
We love Keep It Personal. If y'all don't have that, that's a great book to get from Premier. You can get it on the Premier website on the service store. But it's just little things from Joan. It's like a devotional book that you can do daily, but it ties it into our business too. And that's one of the ways that we keep Joan alive in our business. She passed away,
2010.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. But anyway, so we missed her, and that's a great way to tie her in. And if you go to Rally, they tie her in greatly. You'll feel like you know her. So anyway, I want to go ahead and open us up in prayer before we start our training. Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you for this beautiful day you've given us and the abundance of love that you show us every day. Lord God, we just thank you for what you're doing in our businesses. As we can see it in this room right now, we're overflowing, and we were just so thankful for that, Lord. God, I just pray that you open the doors for the ladies in their businesses. I pray that you give them comfort and peace if they have struggles. I just pray, Lord, that you will give them peace in their life and help them to look to you for answers. Lord, we just thank you and we praise you in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. All right. Well, I'm going to share the business with you guys. Now, the reason we do this sometimes within our training is, number one, the more comfortable you are with what the business is, the easier it'll be for y'all to share with other people. And we want to share this with other people because this is a blessing we have. Who in this room thinks that you have a blessing to offer somebody? We make great money in this business when we work it, and sometimes that money is the way that somebody feeds their family. I know for my family, when I started Premier, I started almost 7 years ago in September. And when we started Premier, this was just going to be something for fun. I needed some extra income. If you look at that big picture over there, that is our family. When we got married, Philip and I blended a family of 5 kids. And we were very insane. At the time, we had 3 13-year-old daughters. That should say it all right there. But my full-time job wasn't going to cut it, so we needed something extra. And Candy was doing Premier, and my husband said, rather than taking the second job of waiting tables that I had always done, why don't you go talk to your sister about Premier? That's how I got in the door. But you know what? That was just for some supplemental income. Who's in here that's just, this is some fun supplemental income to help with extras? Who's that person? That's fine. And you can do your business at that level. One of the things that we love about Premier, you don't have a quota. So you do what works for you and what works for your family. And you're never going to hear your Premier family say to you, why aren't you doing shows? You're never going to hear that. They're going to say, what's going on in your life? What can I do for you? Can I pray for you? Are you okay? Can we go out to eat? Can we go play at the pool? Fun stuff, okay? But, you know, within my first year of Premier, we decided we were going to have a baby, which was great. And then I got to start working at home. My job transitioned, so they allowed me to work from home. And I remember sitting by the pool in June of 2008 thinking, man, this is the life. I am hanging out by the pool, working my job, got pregnant a couple months later. Within my first 6 months of Premier, or first year of Premier, I lost my job. And so Premier was not there for supplement anymore. We went through that whole market crash with the housing market. I was a mortgage loan officer. My husband's in the building industry. So if you look in the backyard, Carolyn says, who's building something out there? Like, that's my husband's storage because he builds. And so we got hit really, really hard, and our beautiful home, we thought we would lose it. But you know what? I felt like it was 4 walls, and you know, if God wanted to take it, have it. Because it was just 4 walls to me. And what mattered was that my family was together. Now, I won't go into my full history, but God knew that this was our home because we had been moved and moved and moved for years, and this was finally a place we could call our home. And so even through lots and lots of prayer and telling God I'll be happy to let it go, whatever we need to do, a lot of prayer, He let me keep it. And do you know one of the reasons I think He did is this right here. You know, because I'm able to open it up and share it with all of you and to use that for our business and to love on all of y'all. But my business became our source to eat. And it was not fun anymore to just go out and play in jewelry. It became our source. And I'm so thankful for that because just as I said, you don't have to do shows, you can also do as many as you want and as many as you need. So sometimes when you have to do that, you just do what you have to do and you can't make excuses. You just got to get out there and kind of do it. So when I would have a month where I'm at the top and people are like, I can't do that. Well, I would have never thought I could either, but I needed it. So I did it. And that's the way y'all need to look at your business too. If you need it that way, go for it. If you don't, have fun with it. But always remember to share it because you have a blessing that you can share with somebody else. That they may need it for friendships. They may need it for money. They may need it for their spiritual well-being. Premier covers it all. Okay? Now I want to show y'all how to share Premier in a fun way. And of course, you don't have to do this if you're sitting down with one lady or something. But if you're, say that you're at a show and you got a lot of interested people and you want to share this business, this is a fun way you can share it. And the more you know, the easier it is. And just remember, it's not how much you know, it's how passionate you are about what you're doing. That's what's going to draw people to you. Okay? So, I know the first thing people want to know is how much money you make. That's right. So, let's start from there. We make 50%, right everybody? Our business, we make 50%. And an average jewelry show is $200, so that would be somebody making Missy Osborne. Welcome back. We're so happy to have you. We hadn't seen Missy in a little bit. She's been around for years. Happy to have her back. All right, so I'm going to need a volunteer. And you know what? I'm going to use Eileen. Let's start with Sarah. Hold on. Let's start with Sarah. Take the pressure off of me. Okay. Sarah's my new jeweler. Now, Sarah, okay, I'm going to show you what it would look like if Sarah was doing shows. Just doing shows. I want you to just think about a week, okay? In your life, she's a teacher. She has 2 kids. She's busy, but what does your lifestyle need for you right now to do with Premier? 2 shows. 2 shows a week. And so if she's going to make 50% at each show, she's going to make 200 at her first one and 200 at her second one, right? But she's limited to how much she can make with that because there's only so many days in a month. So what's the key to doing more is to build a Premier family. So who would you like to have as your first baby? Of course you want Eileen. So you slide this way and let Eileen come stand right next to me. Now Eileen is one of my hostesses too, and they're great friends, and we're so glad to have her tonight because she needs to see this, right? You want some money, right?
Sure.
But we're going to make it real money.
Yeah.
Okay, I love my diva money, but we're going to make you some real money. Okay, so Eileen has, you have one daughter. Yes.
Single mom.
Single mom, right. And so she can really use Premier. You've got a lot of maintenance issues with your house right now. And sometimes it's hard. It's like you want to go out and buy that pair of shoes, but you got to replace some shingles or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sewer backed up in my house. And then the
Oh,
whole
yeah, I forgot about that.
repairs and everything. It's just,
So some people need Premier for those types of things too. Okay, so Eileen,
prayers.
what would be good for you in your 1 week? Like, what would you like to do a week?
I mean, if I can squeeze in a show.
Okay, so doing a show a week is great. You guys, if you did one show a week, your business would work so consistently and you would be amazed at what it would do for your family. Okay, so you make $200 at that show, okay, if you're making 50%. Well, Sarah's her Premier mama, and Sarah, you're going to be helping her to be successful. And so Premier is actually going to pay you 10% of what she's made here. Don't worry, it does not come out of your pocket. Okay? So Premier takes a portion of their monies and they give it to you for helping your new jewelers. All right? Now, Eileen, you can see where you love making that much money a week, but you could use more, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So you want to share this business with somebody. So pick a jeweler.
Oh,
Okay, Shirley. So Shirley would become your baby. And Shirley, you're crazy. So we're going to do 3 shows a week because that's what Shirley does, pregnant or not. She's crazy. Okay. So let's say Shirley's doing her 3 shows a week because this is baby 5. She needs Premier. Okay? Well, Eileen is her mom, and every time she does a show, Premier is going to pay you 10% for helping her. Okay? 3 shows in that week. But they also take care of Grandma. So Grandma would also get 10% of each of those 3 shows. Okay? Yes. And now Shirley is, of course, loving what she's doing, so she's going to share and multiply here. She has no problem.
Gotta get us like a gremlin, right?
So have a baby. Come on, Marilyn. Okay. Let's say Marilyn's going to do a couple shows, okay? Marilyn, let's do 2 shows a week. If you do 2 shows a week and consistently share, you are going to build a phenomenal business, okay? And y'all, 2 shows a week is not hard, all right? So her mom is going to make 10%. And her grandma is going to make 10%. And then great-grandma also makes 10%. Okay? Now, in Premier, what we call this is our 10, 10, 10. That's your Premier family. You have a mom, you have a grandmother, and you have a great-grandmother. And Premier is focused relationally. And in your life, you've got a mom that's been there for you. Your grandma probably had some influence. And your great-grandma, you probably knew who she was. Past that, you really don't. And that's kind of how it works with Premier. It stops. Okay? But we're not going to leave Marilyn out because she wants to reproduce too. Right? Okay? So have a baby. Who you want to be your baby? Vicki, come on up here. All right? So let's say Vicki's doing a show. Let's just do a show for you, okay? Vicki, you've got $200 for that week. That's some good extra money, right? Okay? She's excited. And so Mom makes 10%, and so does Grandma, and Great-Grandma, and then it stops. You see that? And this would be Eileen's 10, 10, 10. And that's how it goes from there. So you can build your family as big and wide as you want, have as many babies as you want, but it only goes 3 levels. And the reason it does that is because of that relational part that I was telling you about, but also because there's only so much money that we can spread out and still have enough to give to ministries like Premier does. Okay? Isn't that awesome? So I want you ladies to count up what you made in 1 week of your choosing working your Premier business.
$200. $420.
Okay?
660. 320.
520. Now, do you see right here in the middle, Shirley made more than everybody? It does not matter if you're at the top of this group. It's what you put into it. Okay? That's how you make your money in Premier. And so if you're focused on just some extra, you do shows. If you're focused on changing your life through Premier, you will build a business. Okay? Give these ladies a hand for help. Now, what I want to show you is how your business works and so forth. And the main way your business works is through Premier's Hostess Plan. It's great to think you make that kind of money, but the key is having shows. How are we going to have shows? Well, it's Premier's Hostess Plan, okay? This is how you're going to keep your business going. I'll be honest with you, when I started my business, I had a very, very small friend circle. Can y'all imagine me not having any friends? Y'all are my friends. That's when I started Premier. So I needed friends. But I didn't have a big friend and family circle to help me. We already have a jeweler in the family, so I wasn't getting anybody else to help me. So the Hostess Plan is what does it. You start with your circle of the close friends and family network you have, 4 to 6 people, and then the amount of free jewelry that Premier gives away is going to be the incentive to get the rest of those folks on your calendar. So what you're going to do is you're going to go have that jewelry show, and all you have to have is $100 in orders to qualify that show. That's it. Now that's 2 pieces of jewelry or 3 pair of earrings. Think about how simple that would be. And then when that happens, Premier is going to give 30% of that show in free jewelry to the hostess. Okay? For that 30%, we are going to pay an $8 fee. Okay. Now, let me tell you what this is and why this is so important to us. When you hold shows and Premier is giving away all of this jewelry, they could say, okay, Gina, here's your jewelry. Go give your hostess Brianna her jewelry. Then you could be taxed because it looks like income they've given us. Now, no matter how much the 30% is, we pay that $8 fee and it becomes a write-off. That is a protection for your business. Okay? In addition to that 30% free, there are 2 bonuses that you can help your hostess earn, and these bonuses give her more jewelry, but they're job security. Okay? The first one is if she has her original date, which keeps your calendar secure, and she has $100 in pre-sale orders. This means she has jewelry waiting for her, and you have gas money even if nobody shows up. Okay? Now, she will get $50 free, and for you, it costs $6. Same principle, it's a write-off. Okay? The next one is 3 bookings. This is very important because your hostess is going to want to do this booking bonus because she's going to get an additional $50 in free jewelry. So what do you think she's going to be doing at her show? Will you have a show for me? Because I want to get my $50 free. I need another one. Are you going to be in my booking? That's what they do. If you hostess coach them right, they're going to be looking for their 3 friends so they can get that $50 in free jewelry. And who just booked your calendar for you? They did. Because they are her friends. So if she asks, it's harder for them to say no to her. Okay? So you want a hostess coach that way. So that right there is another $6 fee. Now ladies, if you do all of those, that's a good show. You have to pay $20 in fees. Okay? That's nothing. And because what did we say our average show is? It's like 4 to 5, but for easy math, we're going to say it's a $400 show, and we make 50%. So that's $200 minus 20. We're going to net $180. Who would like to go play in jewelry, eat some brownies, and walk home with $180 on an average night? I waited tables, and I would have killed myself to make that kind of money. I would stink when I was done. I'd be so tired, and I don't want to talk to anybody. When I leave my show and I've made something like that, even when I've made $50 in an hour, y'all, come on. Where can you do that? Now, with this being said, your hostess also gets 4 to 8 items at half price. That is huge. Look how much she gets just for having her friends come over and play in your jewelry box. This is why your calendar will stay as full as you want it to be, because you have that to offer. So this is what's going to help your business go. Okay? Now, you also have something else awesome that Premier offers, and that's our Golden Guarantee. Our Golden Guarantee is a big deal because you're going to have people that say, is that cheap costume jewelry? And you can say no. It is high fashion jewelry. It is plated, not solid, so it's affordable, and it's covered under our golden guarantee against any manufacturing defect, so you have no worries. Okay? So they don't have to worry about anything like that. And with your business, you can do it whatever you want with your business. You have no quotas to meet. You have no territories to work in. Y'all, do you know that you're going to love this one? I just went on a cruise last week with my family. While we were there, the first person that I sat down and started talking to as we're waiting to get on the ship, somebody I went to church with. Sitting in the Port Canaveral cruise thing. Really? Guess what we did on the ship? We talked about Premier. Guess what I can write off? Now, I'm not going to write off my cruise because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know with that. When we go on our Premier cruises, that is a business trip. I write that sucker off, and I enjoy every minute of it. But I am writing off my mileage because I went all the way down there and came all the way back just to talk to her because I've never spoken to her church before. Okay? You have a business.
You can
write things off.
per day. You can do it for the day you do it.
But you have these things that are awesome. You can work your business anywhere you go. You don't have to make deliveries because one of the things that Premier does for us is takes care of that. Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign her up? Did she have
Okay,
a party?
She said to me, "Would you like me to have a show for you?" Wow. What? I mean, I'm not going there. I'm not working. I'm laying, by this conversation, I'm in my bed. No, I don't have any business material. Oh, let me show you this. Yes, I had business materials, but I wasn't going to break it out yet. I was just going smooth. We got 4 days. Yeah. But anyways, so she says, "Would you like me to have a show for you? I love doing stuff like that." Absolutely. So I invited her tonight because she's like 3 miles away, but she couldn't. She's got 2 little ones, and it wasn't easy for her to come tonight. Yes, ma'am.
So if she didn't host a party, she didn't buy any jewelry, just because you talked about it.
Because I was working my business.
Yeah, if you get a contact,
Yes.
like you can get a contact at dinner and write off after meal.
Mm-hmm.
If you get it from the hostess.
Yes.
Can you show us how, with the free jewelry and the half-price jewelry, how you compute your taxes on all that?
I'll do it. You mean closing out a show? When you close out a show, is that what you're
Yeah,
asking?
and you're trying to do taxes. That seems like...
Like taxes, like as far as like
the end of the year.
IRS taxes?
No, that show. Like she's
Like
buying
sales
full
tax.
stuff, she's buying half-price.
They're paying
I
tax on every bit of jewelry they have, bottom line.
get messed up.
I'll
show you
use
that.
Yeah, I'll show you that. Yeah, I got like the 3 top things that you collect. Yeah.
Okay, so you have no quotas, you have no deliveries to make. That's one of the things that Premier does for you in your business. You have no territories, and we have no inventory. We do not carry inventory. You carry your personal jewelry box around with you, ladies, and you can do whatever you want. I could have had a show on the ship with the amount of jewelry that I brought. I could have had a show on the ship. Yeah. Okay? So, a couple other things I want to tell you about is how you get started in the business. Okay? And this is going to be exciting because there's a catch to it. Y'all know what's coming, don't you? The June promotion. Okay, so here's how your business works. To get started in your business, all jewelers pay a $395 application authorization fee. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, get this over with. This is higher than most companies. This is a good thing. Do you know why this is a good thing? Because if our fee was $50 or $100, everybody'd do it, right? Why wouldn't that?
It would be flooded.
Right, we would be flooded. And so this allows you to not be saturated. And so even when I had 4 jewelers in my neighborhood at one time that I had sponsored, I still had business. Because we are so small, there's about 35,000 jewelers in the country compared to about 35 to 40,000 of another company in one big city. Y'all, we have a lot of room for business, and this is why, okay? Now, what do you get with that? You're going to get supplies, and you're going to get services. Now, supplies are very basic, your catalogs, etc. Okay? I'm not going to go into a lot of that. That's pretty self-explanatory. The services are the big deal, and this is why I would pay this all day long. Okay? You have a office team, okay? And that's not just in words only. Our office team is incredible. Who has ever called our home office and needed something?
Today.
Amazing. You will be cycled through like that. They take care of you instantly. They are wonderful. How can we serve you? They're awesome. So if you're working your business, you never have any issues. If you cannot get one of your Premier family to help you, Premier's office is always there, okay? So they do that. They also have an accounting department. And what does the accounting department do? This group right here, they take care of all of our Premier family. You know this group up here, our 10-10-10? Well, when you start having that, you're going to have reports. It's like all this jumbled up stuff. This person did this and this person did that, and this is how much money was made. Well, that would drive me crazy if I had to figure all that out. Do you know what? We don't submit anything to Premier. That accounting department figures it all out, and they give you a report and say, look what your family did. Here's your check. It's great. It is great. Now, the other thing, that's the only time you're going to get a check with Premier. When you have that 10-10-10, everything else you make the night you do your show. So many companies, you have to wait on your money. We pay Premier. We get paid first. It's fabulous. They also have a shipping team. And on this shipping team, they are picking out everything, sorting, packing, gift boxing, wrapping it in a little bag, inventorying it. Most companies have to either do that themselves or the hostess has to do it. And when I first started my business, I was the person who never went to home shows, never had them. And then I became them because I had a need. But I did a party swap. And I got my big box of stuff. It was a pamper chef party. And I got my box and I'm headed out to church and I'm like, honey, go get Mary's stuff. And he opens the box and he's like, what is it? And I came over there and there was all these bags and an inventory list and all this stuff. And all I got for the trouble was a spatula. Okay? A spatula. That's what I heard. It was tough stuff. What I'm saying to you, I might be being facetious, Trilby. Just go with
Even
me.
if it was a bowl and a spatula.
Okay. The point is, Premier does all that for you, so you don't have to do any of it. Y'all, we have the time to work our businesses and be out there doing shows and building a team because Premier is doing all of that for us within that $395. That is great. Okay? We pay a $350 renewal every year, and that's so that we can keep our services. And you want to do that because the people that say, I just want to be in here because I get my jewelry for half price, they won't pay that and you want them gone. Mm-hmm. Because if somebody's coming up to your friend and saying, I'll give it to you for half price, you want to smack them? They're not going to pay that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they move on. So you can work your friends and give them a 25% discount. I do the 50. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, there's a second part of your business, of course, and that's jewelry. Jewelry, yes.
But isn't part of the services they do our taxes for it?
Oh, thank you. They do our state sales tax. And what that means is the sales tax you collect at the show, they will process it. So if you're doing a show in Nevada or Alabama, it doesn't matter where you are, you don't have to fool with dealing with the government. Premier collects it and deals with it. So y'all, I'm telling you, this is $29.17 per month to have all of those people working behind the scenes for you, which frees you up to do your business.
Yeah.
Okay, that's huge. All right, so those are all the things you get within your $395, and you can actually start a business for that, and you don't have to have jewelry. There are some people that they're going to come in with this and they're going to already have jewelry because they've hosted a lot of shows for you, or they just can't afford the jewelry right now. Candy's going to help with that in a minute. But for the people that can get some jewelry, this is awesome, okay? We've got Jeweler's Choice, and we encourage everybody to wait until they can put some jewelry on the table because it is so much more challenging to do it out of the catalog, okay? And when you do that, when you encourage somebody that way and tell them that, they see that you're not just trying to sign them up, you're doing it for their own good. We don't profit off of their jewelry. You want jewelry on their table so they can have a successful business, and then you teach them how to build their table. Okay, so Jeweler's Choice, is it 50 or 65 off right now? Just coming in Jeweler's Choice, 65, isn't it?
55 sounds about right.
It's Jeweler's Choice.
65 if you get it the
With
same
the boutique.
day
The
as-
boutique.
as-
With that, with the boutique
With
though?
the application.
I think it's with application.
Boutique is 65%. Any additional collections
that's the
is
boutique.
65%.
But other, if they don't do the boutique, it's 50%.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay. This is something new, so y'all forgive me. 'cause I
If
don't
you're
have all
just
that.
buying like the jewelry at Jeweler's
You get it at
Choice,
Jeweler Call.
Oh, you get it at
Okay.
cost. Like there's really no extra deal if you're
Right.
getting with it.
Now this is where the deal comes in, and it is awesome. Okay? You can get the boutique, which is a $1,300 value.
Of jewelry and.
It's got your cases, trays, tablecloth, stuff like that. Okay? And 30 plus pieces of jewelry. Okay? It's only $475. Holy cow. That's exciting. Now that's a beautiful table, and if you have not seen that yet, I got it. Here it is. I actually changed my table to start looking like the boutique setup because it's beautiful and it's eye-catching. When you start your business, this is what your boutique is going to look like. It's great. Okay? Eileen, this is for you now. See? Boutique.
That's
what you saw at Sarah's training
set up by letter.
Yes, it's made by numbers for jewelers. Yes. You get the neck boards, everything.
Yes.
Yes. For $475. Okay, ladies, let's do the math here. If you start up for $395 and you get your whole jeweler's boutique, that's $870 plus tax. All right? How many shows is that going to take you? 4 to 6 shows. Who knows 4 to 6 people that we support them? Most everybody. That's all it's going to take you to pay that off. Now, if you're really excited and want lots of jewelry on your table, when you buy your boutique right here, it's going to open the door for you to go shopping at 65% off anything else you want to do, either buy self pieces or add-ons. Okay? Okay. Now, here's the exciting stuff, and I'm going to let Candy run up here and explain it, because we're going to be slashing some prices for anybody in June, Eileen, okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking to Eileen because she's the only person that is a prospect. Yes. But everybody else, pay attention, because if you've got some people on the fence right now, in 29 years, Premier has never offered this, and I didn't understand it.
Brooke didn't understand it. Judy didn't understand it.
We didn't grasp.
I bet you Brooke understood.
For the baby brain.
Baby brain.
Things
So I questioned when she told me.
So I called and made sure like everybody understood, and just raise your hand if you've got someone in here that said they might be interested about the business. All right, so everybody, I want like all eyes, ears, pay attention. Okay, so the $395 obviously is still going to be their main thing that they're going to be paying to get in. However, the boutique right now, instead of $475 with June's promotion, they can get $200 off. So this is going to be $275. This is going to be your first option. Like the first thing I would do if I had someone on the fence or someone interested, period. Okay, let's go with plan A. Let's at least see if you get approved for our reward card. If you do that, 6 months, no interest. You don't have to worry about it. And you can definitely put all that on there and earn the points. And then they're going to do their shows before that's even due. So they don't have to worry about it. That's if they're approved or if they have someone that can co-sign for them. However, so then you're only paying the $395 plus the $275 at $670. So choice A for them is to get in at $670 plus tax. And they can either do the 6 months, no interest, or they can do cash, credit card, whatever, you know, at that point. And then the second way people were taking advantage of it is, this is what no one realized. So the jeweler that has, or the hostess that has a ton of jewelry, or the customer that has a ton of jewelry and they're interested, instead of jeweler's choice, which used to be how we told them to come in, they can come in for the $395 and they get $400 in retail jewelry for free. Woohoo! That's crazy. And a lot of people didn't catch that. Okay, so the $200 off samples that Premier is offering this month, yes, you can take the $1,300 value, which is awesome with the boutique, and if they've got $670, like, go for it. And if they got the rewards card, go for it. And that's the best option for them to come in right now. But if they don't have that and they need the money, then go ahead, plan their training show, get them set up in June, make sure it's before June 27th, and have them ready to go and sign up right before their training show, so that way they have another 30 days to get their boutique. They can still come in and get their $475 boutique within 30 days after they get a jeweler number. So if they can only do the $395 right now, they can still get $400 in free jewelry that costs them $0, because our cost on $400 is 200. You get $200 off samples in June, so it's $0. We did that with Jennifer's girl. I walked through it on the computer, and it was $0. She didn't even have to pay tax on that. So it was still just whatever $395 plus tax was in their county, which was like $422. So that's all that they had to pay. So that's their second option is $422 or whatever, you know, that's $395 plus tax. Okay, basically is what this is. Okay, and then you also get $400 in free retail jewelry. All for that price. Whoops. So you get that together. So that's an option. And then you also have the option, if you just have someone that's excited, loves jewelry, has plenty of money, and is not worried about it, someone that would have done the President's package for those who've been in a long time, or would have done the gold kit. Okay, if you've got those people that just want a ton of jewelry, then they can still do the boutique. They can still get the $200 off of their samples, and they can still purchase the collections, because those people may be able to sell for all of that. People that used to drop $1,200 without a problem, they still have that option. And if they get approved for the card, they still have the option to add those on underneath their 6 months no interest. So does anybody have questions on how that works?
So they can do both. They can get the 400 free, and then they still have 30 days to be able
They have 30 days to get this at $475. So like you can not to get it discounted for the $200.
You wouldn't get a discount.
Right? No, you would. Yeah, you would have got the $200 and free here.
Okay.
But you're getting more of a value. You're getting $1,300 worth of stuff for $275.
That's a better value.
Yeah. So you're getting the $1,300 value for $275. That should plus the $395. So you're paying a total of $670. That's kind of like a no-brainer if you have that. That's what.
The 400 free.
It's $200 off samples this month. So you can come in at $395 to be a jeweler and get a number. You get to pick $400 worth of jeweler choice. Our cost on that is $200. And you have $200 that comes off. However, if you sign someone up, it has to be done as soon as you're entering everything in. As soon as you click through the $395 and put how they're paying for that, it's going to send you to a screen to pick a boutique, a jeweler's choice, and go from there. And you have to select the jewelry.
And also,
This is for new jewelers.
and also one of them is, I did mine as $100 was my.
You did the $100 add-on?
No.
Oh.
I did the $200.
Uh-huh.
Pick
Right.
the jewelry that I chose, and then it also gave you the option where 100 of that could be your cases and your trays and all that.
It did?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I only did 100 in jewelry, and I did the other 100 as my cases.
Okay, that's crazy. Did you hear that, Tammy?
Yes.
It allowed her to do, there is an option if they do not come in with the boutique, which comes with the bag and the carry cases and all of that, it gives you an option for $100 to either add on if they bought so much jewelry they think they need 2 carrying cases, 2 sets of trays, and 2 sets of neck boards and all that. Like you can get an additional set, it comes in the boutique, but for those that are only doing the $395, you can purchase that set for $100 and get all of those goodies without the jewelry. But she said when she did just the $395, it let her pick $100 for that portion, and then she picked $200 worth of retail jewelry that was $100. So that's crazy. I didn't know they did it. And so the rest of her jewelry she got from her training show, which during June she got the double promotion. So she got $355 in free jewelry from my calculations before. I don't know what she'll actually close it out at, but at least that. So you can work with people if you can get them in right now and get their training show before June 27th, then they're going to get the double benefit because they're going to get the double shows and they're going to get this awesome, crazy, ridiculous special that clearly Premier is we're not going to ask what they're thinking because we're excited. Okay? That's awesome. It doesn't happen. So.
Premier has baby brains.
Premier has baby brains. They want all y'all to have babies. So everybody understand? Okay. Any other questions? Feel free to ask me later, but get on the phone and share tonight.
All right, so now that you have got your jewelry, we need to show you what's going to happen after that. Because remember what I said to you? I'm going to show you how to earn some jewelry. Because you can never have enough jewelry on your table. You really can, but that's going to be a long time coming. So we want you to earn jewelry. So you do your training show, and at your training show, you are the hostess, and you are the jeweler, and so you get all the hostess free, and you make the money because you're the jeweler, and you get the bookings also, okay? So what happens there is your training jeweler, which y'all are training jewelers, you're going to go and you're going to do that training show for her, okay? And you're going to help her to get as much free jewelry as possible and as many bookings as possible so that she can make as much money as possible to help pay her kid back. All right? And at that show, you, as the jeweler, get a $200 training allowance. This is really nice. Premier takes care of us with that 10% we're making, but when you train your new jeweler, they also pay you $200 for doing that because that's what you would have made on an average night. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Now, after that training show, she's earned some free jewelry there. Then we do quick start. And at your quick start, this is not a requirement, but it is a great challenge for you. If you hold 6 shows in your first 45 days, they will give you 200 and free. Okay?
That's retail, right?
200 retail. Yep. And then if you hold plus 3 more, so you've got 9 shows, and that would be in 60 days, they give you another 100, plus 3 more, so now you've got 12. In 90 days, you get another 100. So you just got $400 in free jewelry, and that's just the tip of the iceberg on how Premier rewards you. I have earned thousands in free jewelry from Premier. And if you work your business, it just comes to you. It's awesome. Okay, so Premier helps you. And the reason that they do this in this format is it typically takes you 4 to 6 shows to make your money back. By the time you do that, you've got jewelry, you've got bookings, you're debt-free. Premier is a debt-free company, and they want the same for you. Okay, it helps you stay focused on your business. So when you start, just remember all those things that I told you. As you're sharing with people, we've got a great thing to offer. And you're going to hear things like, but I could start for $100. Or that's too much money. Y'all be proud of your investment. That's all I can say is be proud of your investment. Because when I started, I was a little bit shy on how to explain the money because when we started, it was $1,200. Okay? But if you are excited about your business because you have something great to offer, it's going to shine through, and I want you to see why. Okay? Let's say you do a show, and it's a $400 average show. This is what I want you to go away with tonight as you're sharing. And you make 50% of that show, you're going to make $200 that night, right? And let's say you do, on average, 1 show a week, couple weeks of vacation. So you're going to do 50 shows. That's going to give you $10,000 gross income, okay? And what do we say? It's going to cost you about $900 to start up. That's going to be about $9,100 that you net in your year, okay? Well, this little business over here is going to brag about they don't start with much, you know. But this is what this business looks like. They have the same average show. Most other companies make 20 to 30, so we'll just say 25%. Same amount of work, right? So they're only going to be making $100 at their show. And they do the same amount of shows. It's $5,000 that they're making in that year. And they're running a special. It is nothing to sign up. But even after the same amount of work and not having to pay anything, yeah. See the money difference? And this business probably has quotas and inventory and deliveries, and we don't. So y'all just get that in your mind and think of what a wonderful thing that you have to offer. You can really bless your family and other families with that information. Okay? Yes?
If we had a hostess and she had pre-orders from like another state, would she get the jewelry and then have to send that
Yes.
to her friend?
Yes.
And she would have to pay the shipping to her
Correct.
friend?
And the way you look at that, 2 different things. Number 1, depending on how much she has, you could offer to pay the shipping for her. Okay? First of all, I would say it's your responsibility. But if she shows up with $500 in orders, I'll be happy to ship that for you. Okay? But when she gets it, you make that decision and you tell her if she says anything about it, like if, not that she's angry, but if she questions, say, but think about how much free you're earning because of what she did for you, or because of those orders. Okay, you just try to spend.
Internationally?
You can personally ship internationally, but Premier doesn't. Okay. Yeah. All right, well, we are going to move on. We're going to have some fun stuff about summer shows. It is summer. We are in the heat of summer. So Tammy is going to come up here and talk to us about some fun things we can do at our shows to keep some excitement with these ladies.
Hey, Tammy.
Yes. Which Tammy?
You.
Okay.
I'm about to send this text to a girl I think is moving to like the past year.
Uh-huh.
I want to make sure it's right.
Premier has a special offer if you want to sign up. If you sign up before June 27th, you can sign up for $395 and get 400 jewelry free.
Yes.
That's right, right?
Or you can also get a $1,300 value boutique for $275.
She doesn't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, so give us three. Yeah.
Have you tried the Target? Okay, go ahead. Very good.
Okay, y'all, how many of you have done a theme show before? How many of you have had a hostess that had a theme show? What kind of theme show did you do?
Oh, I've done a pajamas and pizza show.
Oh, I know that.
And I did a beach.
And a beach show.
Well, that's fun. What'd you do?
Magic Mike.
Magic.
I remember that.
Okay, well tonight, I just want to throw this out there to you about doing. I don't have a cheerleader voice, y'all. If you haven't tried doing theme shows, give it a try with your hostesses. There are a couple of reasons to do theme shows. A lot of people just do girls' night out, and that's great. If you're doing girls' night out shows and having good success, keep doing that. Keep offering that for your hostesses. But a lot of hostesses get really excited about having a theme to build their show around. It's not a lot of extra work for you as a jeweler, but it gives them a little bit of something to get excited when they're talking to their friends about their party. A lot of times if we just say, I'm having a jewelry party, will you come? What your friends hear is, you're having a party where you can come buy something. Great. So a lot of my hostesses, you know, they're a little shy about, well, I'm not going to invite her, I'm not going to invite her. But if they have a theme party, they'll invite everybody because they can say, hey, are you coming to my luau? I'm having a Java and jewelry party. You're going to come over and have some great flavored coffees and creamers. So it gives your hostess a way to take the pressure off of, I'm having a party where you buy things, to I'm having this kind of party. It gives them something else to say, something else to call it besides just a premier jewelry party. So it builds a little bit of excitement there and just gives your hostess something else to be excited about, like free jewelry isn't enough to be excited about. But sometimes if you have a hostess who's a little shy or hasn't done parties before, it helps build the excitement with that party. So I've trained on this before, so I have a little notebook that has some options in here, so you guys can look at this later. But before I tell you some of the things that I have in here, just know that none of this is original. I don't have an original thought in my brain ever because I'm a teacher, and teachers just steal things from other people. So that's my training from way back. We just steal from other people smarter than us. So as a jeweler, I just take it and tweak it, and then it's mine. Right, that's right. So all of these ideas came off of the websites that are available to us. I went on the Woodward Wow website, and from there just found the page of websites, you know, all the websites that we can go on, and just sort of scanned those a little bit. And there are tons of theme shows, invites, all kinds of things that you can find. So if you're looking for something in particular, you can do that. Or if you just want to just jazz things up a little, you can do that. There's also a Facebook group called Jewelers Only Invitation Station, and it's owned by Jonathan Montgomery, and he is an awesome guy, and he shares really great stuff on there, and it's just for invitation ideas. And people go on there and say, I'm looking for an invitation for, I'm doing this kind of party, and my hostess wants this. Does anybody have something? And if you're on the real computer, not on your phone, you can go to the files section and just scroll through like zillions of invitations. And he creates invitations he recommends using PowerPoint because it's a lot more user friendly, and the graphics are easier to use and design. And then you can just put it in a 4x6 format and send it to Walgreens or somewhere and print glossy 4x6 prints. You can get them for like 9 cents each. So those are some of the recommendations.
Use the images and do
print on like a photograph, like you know, photo paper, and then they're like little
right. Can you like copy and paste it like as like an email type invite? Or
it could be saved
I
as
think
a
so.
JPEG.
Yeah, I think so.
That's good to turn off.
It's fine.
I think
We're
so.
done with it.
So anyway, just know that I'm going to throw a few ideas out for you guys, but just let that sort of, I didn't try to cover every kind of theme that you can cover because They're all on the website. Just do a little research for yourself and see what you like. So I have in my notebook, I have them by seasons. So a couple of anytime ones, I have an anytime tab that, is not spring or summer or whatever. So one that's coming up for summer that I love, and I've done this one before, is you're invited to a premiere event. And this is what you would do when the new line comes out. So you can do it in February or July, August time frame. And it's with the whole popcorn thing. You can go to the dollar store and get those little popcorn containers and just set those around on your table and have your pearls hanging out of them or whatever. So it doesn't take a lot of extra work to do that, and your hostess can serve popcorn, and she can buy those big movie theater boxes of candy that you get to them for $1. If they sell them everywhere now. So she can do like a premiere, like movie theme. And that's a lot of fun because it's like a premiere of the new jewelry line. This says guests can enter on the red carpet, so I guess if she wanted to go all out, you could make some suggestions. Haven't had a hostess that wanted to do that. But you can do on the invitation, you can say things like each guest who wears a black top receives a prize or free shipping or something like that, so they all come wearing black. Think of how fun that would be to just have everybody trying on jewelry with a black blouse or a black whatever on top. How good all your jewelry would look on that. So that's one that's an anytime one. Another one that I've trained on that's an anytime one. But boy, I found tons of great stuff. This time when I looked at it, I thought, well, I'm not even going to look at that one because I've already done that. I already have stuff in here. But I found so many cute things for the Java and jewelry show. If you have people who like to do that. You can even do this at Starbucks or at a coffee shop near you. I've done shows in restaurants and places, and they're so much fun. But this one, you can put on the invitation, come have a latte fun. So you can use a lot of little word plays. You can have cute coffee mugs for prizes. You can have people bring their favorite coffee mug with them to the show. The hostess can have, flavored creamers and flavored coffees and things. Or your prizes could be those little mini bags of coffee or little things of creamer. They can have scones and muffins and kind of the coffee shop, little snack things that you would serve. But when I researched it this time, y'all, this is so cute. Instead of if you use tickets, you guys use tickets or Viva dollars or whatever, instead of using those, look at this sheet of tickets that you can just print on your printer and cut them apart in their coffee beans. They're called bean bucks. So cute. Yeah, so if hostess, if they're on time or whatever, they get bean bucks instead of, I just thought that was cute, I'm sorry. And on here is the invitation. There's like a sample invitation, and it tells you what they get bean bucks for. So I thought that was pretty cute. I love coffee.
Can you pass those around?
Yeah, I will. I'll pass the whole notebook.
Awesome.
Or do you want me to pass them one at a time?
No.
Just yeah, I'll pass the whole notebook. And it has some junk in the front that's just my scribbles. Okay, so summertime, I found a couple of things that I thought were really cute for summertime. This one was on the Jewelers Only Invitation Station website, and it's Pearls by the Poolside. And it's just an invitation. It doesn't have all the other little jazz with it, but it's I just thought it was so adorable. Pearls by the Poolside. So if you have a hostess that happens to have a pool, or a pool that she has access to, I thought that one was really cute. And then the kids could play, and the ladies could sit around under the cabana and, have their jewelry party. How fun is that? This one is really cute. It's a red, white, and bling show. And this was on Nancy Hanrahan's website, and there's tons of stuff to go with it, so you'll just have to look on that. But Uncle Sam wants you to attend Red, White, and Bling Jewelry Show featuring Premier Designs Jewelry. Isn't that cute? Okay, well, it gets cuter, because here's what you do. It even has, see the Statue of Liberty? Well, you know how you do drawing the jewelry lady? You guys are going to draw the jewelry lady icebreaker? Well, you do it with this little handout that's the Statue of Liberty. And it has a little script of what you tell them to draw on the Statue of Liberty. It's so cute. And then there's tons of stuff that just, you can get from Oriental the little clappers that are patriotic, the red and sparkly ones like that. But then, when you get ready to do the opportunity part of your show. She even has all of the reasons why premiere might be for you on the American flag. So this one's really, I didn't even copy everything. There was so much cute stuff to go with the red, white, and bling. So, the other one that was, you guys have seen this one. I know I've done this one before, the Calling All Chicas, No Time for Siesta. Step on some sandals, let's have a fiesta. I love that one. In here I also have the open-toed shoe pledge. I always use that in the summertime.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna read that in a minute.
For a little icebreaker. So I have a copy of that in here, and I got that off somebody's website. The other one that I thought was, there's so many cute ones. There's the ice cream, you scream, y'all scream for bling bling. And there's a cute little invitation that's a postcard invitation that you can use for that. I just did a show for a hostess of mine that she thought of this, not me. Like I said, I don't have original thoughts. But she wanted to do ice cream floats. And that's all she served for her refreshments. She bought Coke and root beer and vanilla ice cream, and she put it out with some cute clear cups and an ice cream scoop. And so then people could hold their float in pretty colorful straws. People could hold their float and they played in jewelry while they had their ice cream float. She didn't have plates, napkins, food, nothing. That was it. And we did floating into summer. So we floated into summer with that one. So that was pretty cute. Ice cream and coffee are my two favorite things. This one was one, I don't think I wrote down where I got this one. I saw this one actually on a few of the different websites, so it will not be hard to find, but it's the Hawaiian Luau Show. I think this was my favorite one for summer, the Candy Brought Lays.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Who wants to wear
These
lace?
are so cheap. You can get these so cheap everywhere. Okay, but here's the fun part. Let me read to you some of, there's a script. There's a little script. So,
Threw one away. These were at the house, okay? That's how crazy my life is. I threw them.
what she recommends is for this show, instead of using tickets or diva dollars, you just have a ton of these. And this is what you hand out instead of tickets. You know how when you go to Hawaii, they just keep layering them on? So this is what you're going to keep layering on during your presentation. So, yeah, so they have a lay collection by the end.
Need a flash.
Do what?
We're saying Mardi Gras would be.
Yeah, right. But every time they should get a ticket, they would get a lay instead. So let me read to you some of the things that this script is really cute. It says, thank you for coming to our Hawaiian Luau Jewelry Show. We're going to have lots of fun tonight and pretend that we're actually in Hawaii. You already have gotten some lays as you came in and throughout your presentation, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so she says, before we get to our Surf's Up fashion show, I'm going to give you a chance to win some more lays. And she talks about the things that you can, Surf's Up fashion show. So she reads some statements, and they can take another lay, and it's just some icebreaker stuff. But she teaches them the hang ten sign, and she tells them this is the term shaka, which means right on or righteous. There's a familiar hand gesture when people say shaka. So when people put their thumb, so she tells them the whole thing, and then as I show you the new jewelry, if you think a piece is righteous or right on, then I need you to say shaka with the hand gesture. Wouldn't that be a fun show, y'all? I'm just thinking that Hawaiian lays, and instead of people, oohing and ahhing, they're saying shaka, shaka, shaka. So I just think that would be a fun show. I am not that creative.
That's fun.
I think that would be very fun. I think if someone came to that party, I think that they would remember that party, and I think that they would definitely want to have their own show because they would think you were the most fun jewelry lady on the planet. And let's face it, it's all about fun. If they have fun, they're going to want to have a party of their own. And if they are bored and they're not having fun, then you're going to not get any bookings. So the more fun that you can infuse into it, the more bookings you're going to have. So that's what it's all about, is putting fun into it. So since I'm not creative and fun normally, this is a really good thing for me. So I'll pass this around. You guys just make sure I get it back before I leave.
Yeah, y'all, and theme shows, if you haven't thought about it, definitely take some of these ideas because people will go to a theme show not thinking about it being a jewelry show. And so that will get way more people at it if you get them excited about the focus of the theme, whether it be dressing up like something or whatever. It takes the fact of the jewelry off. They're excited, of course, the jewelry's there, but it gets more people there in front of your jewelry by having that theme. All right, so I'm going to flip-flop what we were going to do because she talked about the open-toed shoe pledge. Anybody on Facebook see my picture of what you're talking about? It does not need to look like?
Yes.
Did everybody see that? If you didn't, like, if you can't see from far away, you can see probably good enough.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, you gotta pass that around.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Lord, that's like, and she needs to come back on. I'm like, she must be in some, like, stilettos or she don't work or something because you can't walk in those, like, bear claws.
Does she have the same colors on her watch? She must not.
Girl, no, she got straight silver with, like, diamonds on it. Anyways, when I say the open-toed shoe pledge, that is what they don't need to look like. Just because she's got bling on them does not make it okay, Pastor. Terry said I need to go around. All right. So this is a fun little thing you can do at your shows. Obviously now that it's like, you know, flip-flop season, which for me that's just about year-round. But yeah, seriously, like it don't matter if it's snowing. Flip-flops. All right. So you can read this at your shows and it's hysterical. You may want to ask though, like the hostess, is anybody got, you know, your friends got funky feet, like you might want to. But anyway, so you can read this. It is hysterical. It says, "All right, ladies, it's that time of year again. Just a friendly reminder. So please raise your big toes and repeat after me. This is the open-toed shoe pledge. Okay, so as a member of the Cute Girl Sisterhood, I pledge to follow the rules when I wear sandals and other open-toed shoes. Sorry. Hold on, I'm gonna need a marker here. Alright, I promise to always wear sandals that fit. My toes will not hang over and touch the ground. Nor will my heels spill over the backs. And the sides and the tops of my feet will not pudge out between the straps. I will go polish free or vow to keep the polish fresh and chip free. I will not cheat and just touch up my big toe. I totally need to do that myself. I will stand down to mounds of skin before they turn hard and yellow. Sorry, y'all, just say. I will shave the hairs off my big toe. And hold on, about the shaving whatever off your feet and like the funky whatever. There's some new thing on Facebook going around. You put like Listerine and something else in a bath. Y'all might want to find that if you have the problem. Tell me. It says to just make it skin come right off. It's like something to do with Listerine and like. And what else?
I don't remember.
Okay. Right. Sounds great. So I won't wear pantyhose even if my misinformed girlfriend, coworker, mother, sister tells me the toe seam really will stay under my toes if you tuck it there. No. If a strap breaks, I won't duct tape it, pin it, glue it, tuck it back into place, hoping it will stay. I will get my shoe fixed or toss it. I will not live in corn denial. Rather, I will lean on my good friend Dr. Scholl's if my feet need them. I will resist the urge to buy jelly shoes that pay less for the low, low price of $4.99, even if my feet are small enough to fit in the kids' sizes. And y'all, this is accurate because they're back in style. No. This is out of concern for my safety and safety of others. No one can walk properly when standing in a pool of sweat, and I would hate someone to take someone down with me as I fall and break my ankle. I will take my toe ring off towards the end of the day if my toes swell and they begin to look like Vienna sausage. Stop. Okay. If I have been privy to the magic that is foot soup, I will share that knowledge and experience with the non-initiated. Oh my goodness. Okay. Did y'all understand that? If I have been privy to the magic that is foot soup, I will share the knowledge and experience with the non-initiated into this shoe pledge. Alright, I will be brutally honest with my girlfriend's sister, co-worker, when she asked me if her feet are too ugly to wear sandals. Someone has to tell her that her toes are as long as my fingers and no sandals. And no sandals makes creepy feet look good. Oh, okay, I haven't read it in so long. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be able to read it on my show. I will let to have my hostess read it. That's exactly what I was thinking.
And you can just highlight a few of them too.
Yeah, because this is funny. I'll read. I have 3 left to read. Okay. I will promise if I wear flip-flops that I will ensure that they actually flip and flop, making the correct noise while walking, and I swear not to slide or drag my feet while wearing them. I will promise to go to my local beauty school at least once per season and have a real pedicure. They're about $30 and worth every penny. And I will promise to throw away any off-white sandals that show signs of wear. Nothing is khackier than dirty white sandals. Don't keep this to yourself. Pass it on to your other sisters. So, that is the open-toed shoe list. And yeah, wherever my phone is, that is not what we talk about. Just to clarify. I saw that and I just about died. Like, literally.
You need to blow that up and put it on the other side of that.
I was like, this is
So as you're reading it, they're looking at that.
I'm like, this is what we're not talking about. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the other thing is everybody knows the retired list has been out, and the sample sales are floating around Facebook. If you're on any of some of the more seasoned jewelers' websites or Facebooks, you've seen our posts and stuff like that for the Bon Voyage sales and stuff like that. So, what that means as a new jeweler, if you do not have a lot of jewelry, there's some different ideas for y'all. One is to just still put it out there to have a sample sale. And then what you can do is just mark some catalogs, circle everything with a Sharpie that's leaving. Just do a couple of them, have your friends come over, invite past hostesses, and past customers. Let them come shop the catalog of what's leaving at a discount. And then you can draw a name out of everyone that orders and make them a mystery hostess. Okay, so that's a way to do it. It's a way to get them back in front of you and get them excited about the new jewelry that's coming out and get them on your calendar. You can offer them even a better discount or something else that you may want to offer them if they book a show, when the new line comes out.
So are they ordering out of the catalog?
Yes. For new jewelers that don't have pieces, like me and Tammy pulled 120, I pulled like 120 pieces off my table that I just go around and sell. Like that's my main focus in the month of June. Is just going to all my past hostesses and groups of people and taking my sale to them, and then I have my sample sale. So my elite people get my first dibs. And so I make a couple grand in the month of June. So once you've been in longer and you got tons of jewelry, that's what you can do. But as new jewelers, the best thing to do now, if you have retired pieces from stuff you got for free, pull those and sell those at a discount. I sell all mine at 50% off and just keep the cash. Before I had a ton of jewelry, what I did as a new jeweler, I took anything that I sold off of my table, any profit that I made from retired pieces, and I stuck it in an envelope. And that envelope was there for the jewelry I bought at Raleigh, because we got a 30% discount on top of our regular 50%, so I knew I could get extra jewelry. Even if you're not going, just save it as that's money specifically to purchase jewelry from the new line. You're recycling pieces. So you take them off your table and buy new pieces with them. You can even do your sample sale that way, as whatever you make off of it, set that profit aside specifically for.
You just take them off your table once the new catalog comes out?
I pull them as soon as the list comes out because I'm ready to get rid of them. So if you don't have that much on your table yet, you can do it in July once the new stuff comes out. Or you can, if you only have a few, use them as booking incentives to get people on your calendar. I did that a lot, and just have them use it. They don't get it until they hold their show. So I'll save this for you. It's yours. You can pick anything that's leaving for free as long as you hold the show, and then I'll give it to you at your show. So if you only have a few pieces of retired jewelry, that's going to be your best bet. And then some other ideas, you totally can, like I said, do what, if you have, I don't know how many you would feel is worth it, but I always just tell people, as a new jeweler, if you only have even 10 pieces, it's worth it just to do it focused on the sale out of a catalog. And then you can have the tray, but I would really use that tray of only a few pieces as incentives to get people on your calendar. But if you get them to your house as the mystery show and let them come see what's leaving first and give them first dibs on that,
So you give them a discount on it?
I give them a discount on anything that's leaving.
In the catalog?
Mhm.
What do you give them?
Usually between 20 to 30%, depending on
Do you need to do that before their new catalog comes out?
I do. I like circle everything that's leaving as soon as the list comes out. So I already have a few catalogs that are out. And even at my sample sale, like, okay, hey, this is what I have that's leaving, and I have like a couple hundred pieces like out there on display because I have some left from last year too. I'm like, this is everything that's leaving. This is everything in the catalog that's also leaving. And so if I don't have it, you can still get it at a discount. Like if they've been watching it, waiting on it, whatever, they need to know it's not going to be there after July. Then that's something huge for them. They appreciate it. And if they're my hostesses, they already get 20%, so I make it at least 25, sometimes 30. I'm like, if you book a show, if you bring a friend to my sale, you get extra discount, depending on how many people, stuff like that.
And for you, you turn it into a mystery hostess show.
Yeah, and then between giveaway. Yeah, especially if you're new and you're probably still in your quick start, do it as a mystery show, because I always do a quick start. Mystery show during a quick start anyways. It's the best route because you know it's one you're definitely in charge of. And you can do that with the retired stuff right now. One of my jewelers is going to do like a special event for her people as soon as the new jewelry arrives, like as soon as the new catalogs come out, because she hasn't really addressed the retired list at all. So she's announced that, hey, we're going to have a special viewing, like you'll be the first ones to see the new catalog. And they'll get to see what's leaving and what's new, and then she's going to do a special where it's just hostesses that are getting to do that. But you can do hostesses and customers, whatever, if you don't have enough people yet.
And I think I already asked this, but what do you give them a discount from the catalog?
Yeah, that's usually between the 20 to 30%. You still want to make something, but the main reason is obviously to get them there, let them know, hey, this is what's leaving. And you can say, anyone that's booking a show in the fall with me is going to get 30% off of their purchase today, or 25% off, whatever. You can do something like that. Like, this is a perk of coming to see what's leaving, and then that would be something beneficial for them. Get them on your calendar. Like, if you don't have jewelry to entice them, give them a discount to entice them to get on your calendar. As an idea. Judy, oh, go ahead.
What's the last day that you can place the order for the retiring pieces?
Well, now it's until they run out. So the pieces that are leaving, I used to leave them on my table, and now I'm so excited I can't even wait, like, to pull it all. Because we have so much, and the longer you're in, the more free jewelry you earn, the more, you know, get on your table, so you'll be excited to pull it. But if you're new and you don't have a whole lot on your table, and some of those pieces are on there, just leave them until the catalog come out, and then you can say, this is the new stuff, these aren't going to be here anymore, and then you can start adding new pieces. But if you're selling any of your old stuff, just save the money for them, like just sell it off your table, save the money for them, and then use that towards getting new pieces for the new jewelry. We always tell you to either do that or use it towards getting the rally, but at this point, if you're not registered by Friday, you know, those are ways that you can earn it. Like, used to, my retired jewelry would pay for like all my new catalogs, all my new jewelry, all my stuff. Now I kind of have those things covered differently. I just use it for income through the month of June. Does anybody have any other questions on how to do those type of sales or different ways? Judy, do you have anything else that you can think of?
I recently had a hostess. I brought my retired over to her house, and we sent out invitations, and you know, as if it was a regular show. And I told her I couldn't give her hostess credit, but what I did was, and she's a really good customer, so I gave her a $100 certificate, which will cost me $50, but towards the new stuff that comes out, the new line. So if they bought out of the catalogs, I created that as a show and gave her hostess credit from there. Right. But you can always do that with the catalog too. Have a retirement party at somebody's house, and again, you know, offer her credit that way.
Yeah.
Or go to go take it to an office and sell in an office.
Yeah. They love it. Like, seriously, like, they get excited. So I, like, literally keep track. People want to get invited to my sample sale. Because the longer you're in, you'll want to know these people that are your big shoppers or just love a sale. And they'll come. So, and it gets them in front of you again to be able to get them on your calendar. That's all I think on that.
All right, well, I'm going to give y'all some summer show tips. Okay. All right. I lost my notes, so I had to go reprint them because that's my brain is.
They're somewhere.
It's the summer, though.
She's at the pool.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so summertime show tips. This is real important for y'all to know some different things. Your summer's totally different than a typical business, and I mean, I can tell you that just firsthand. I've been flying by the seat of my pants, you know, since April. Anyways, I'm not telling y'all to follow my lead. I'm just stating. I'm going to give you some things to kind of help you. When you hostess coach, you want to talk to your hostess about keeping her house cool. I know I'm trying, y'all. I got it cranking over there, okay? So I know some of y'all are hiding here. I'm trying. But tell her to keep her house cool, even if she thinks it's cold when she's in there. It's not going to be cold when she starts filling up the house. All right? And it's easier to turn the air off than when you got people dying of sweat. For refreshments, you want to keep it very simple. Fruit, lemonade, stuff like that, that's fun. Iced tea, no coffee. Remember that weekend and afternoon shows are going to be the hottest times of the day. And most guests are going to try to cancel on you because they're going to be at the pool and things like that. They don't want to come. So discourage suggestions when you hear somebody say, well, let's have a pool premiere party. Now, I have seen some pictures on Facebook where some jewelers are doing that. And I'm not saying you can't have it and it be successful, but it's going to be a little challenging because people are focused on other things. Not to mention, you're telling them not to sweat in jewelry, and that's what they're doing.
Or swimming.
Or swimming, that's right.
Sunscreen too.
So, and what?
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen, yeah. So it would be a challenge. You could say something like, why don't we do our jewelry stuff and then everybody go to the pool after. Something like that if they really, really, really want to do something like that. I also encourage bringing your friends. You can do a challenge to get them there because sometimes with warmer weather, people are going on trips. You want to increase the attendance. You can offer special drawings, gifts. I always do free shipping if you bring somebody, but you really want to focus on that. And you could even do something like so much off your order if you bring most guests. Anything to help your hostess. What makes summer a great time for a show? Y'all want to tell them this before you do your booking activity. You say, I love summertime shows because everybody's more relaxed, no school, homework, or schedules. It's easier to get babysitters. Daylight savings time means that we get to stay out longer, shop longer, buy more. Teachers enjoy coming or starting their own business. My summer modeling ideas are geared toward the summer. I have some of my samples on sale, and the luau theme is so cute and great for a girls' night out. Okay, so those are some neat things that you can say to people to get the bookings. Now, as far as bookings go, you want to figure out how to get yourself going. One of the biggest things is you're going to have to get your catalogs out there. You want to put your name out there, okay? You want to send your catalogs to your friends, to your neighbors, coworkers, and so forth. Put your catalog in the teacher's lounge at the daycare center. Employee lunchroom. Give a catalog to your receptionist at your doctor's office. Put something at your neighbor's door, including coupons. Have your spouse or friends take it to work. Get it out there so people are seeing what you're doing. Okay? Throw yourself a party. Find any reason to celebrate. You could talk about premieres, new jewelry, your business anniversary, promotion. You're working on an incentive trip. Anything that you want to do. Remember, you can make it mystery hostess. But you can just throw a show at any point in time to get people there. Get yourself out there. If you're face-to-face with people, you get your enthusiasm, they want to share it, here's some ideas that you can think about with meeting with new people, okay? Work with other consultants in your downline or area and host a booth at a local county fair or summer bazaar. We were actually on a phone call this morning with our cousin, and she was talking about in Pennsylvania area, she says it was like $100 to enter something. Y'all, we're not telling you to go invest that kind of money. If you need to get your name out there, vendor events and fairs and things like that, you'll see a lot of that coming up in the fall. Those are great name collecting events. 25 is typically a good number to look at, even 50 if it's a good event. Do not pay more than that money. Do not. And remember, it's more about name collecting, not so much about the sales. So if you're in the beginning of your business and trying to find contacts, or you're trying to restart and need some more people, those are great things to do as well.
And see one of us before you do one of those. I've got some enter to win things. You can't do one of those without collecting.
Right. You want to check out local job fairs and see if you can work out that way. Advertise. You can put something in the local newspaper if you want to, your church bulletin. You want to just advertise what you're doing. Post things around the offices. Get people to post things for you. Think about new places to have shows, okay? Host an office show during lunch or after work, and attendance is going to be automatic. They are already there for you, okay? You could do something in the restaurant. Judy's been doing some of that lately, and she's had some great success with that. People don't have to clean. They just come and show up. That's a fun thing to do. Hold a multiple host event where you have several shows in the same place on the same night. I've never done that before, but that sounds interesting, just back-to-back things. Make your party a booking event, okay? You want to create yourself a booking commercial which highlights the benefits of having a show with you, okay? So make it something fun where you're putting yourself out there and that they have to be crazy to not book with you, okay? At the beginning of your party, mention your host's goals and have the hostess tell why she decided to have the show. So, hey, y'all, she really wants this set of jewelry, or she's had her eyeball on this. She's got a wish list huge, and she's counting on you. Okay? Offer a gift wrap gift to your host at your show. A booking, okay, this is fun, okay? You can have a gift, and you say 1 booking you get to take off the bow. 2 bookings you can unwrap the present. 3 you get. Okay? It requires 3 of her friends to help her to get that gift. Okay? And you know she's sitting there holding it, and she wants it. Okay? So that's a lot of fun. Do offer instant booking gifts as a bonus. So if somebody books it right then, you give them something. Okay? I do a lot of those with like the 2-week bookings, 2 to 3 week. I'll give you an extra 50, or I'll give you an extra 75. If we do what your budget will allow you to do, remember, if you don't book it, you make it nothing. Okay? So you can offer extra stuff. Right now, you've got jewelry to give away, the retired stuff to sell. I use that. I'll tell them, if you book this date, you get this piece of jewelry, and I put it in a baggie, and I bring it to their house the day they do the show, so you're not losing it. Okay? And so that doesn't really cost you any money. That's secure a booking that way, and they want that piece of jewelry. And make your parties fun so that they want to come. Use one of these awesome ideas. You can put business cards or flyers with all of your bill payments. I love that. Help me pay my bills, please. Wear clothing with a company logo on it. You know, you could. We're looking at some shirts.
I just got an email, so y'all, everybody, consider getting a shirt.
I get paid to sparkle.
I get paid to sparkle shirts. They're like $27. Super cute.
That's going to draw people to you. What do you do? What does that mean?
The girl said every time she wears it, she gets a couple shows.
Right, so that'll be fun. Have your business information printed directly onto your checks. Call your realtor with suggestions for new home packages. I actually am in a networking group right now that I didn't think I'd ever network because I had plenty of contacts. But your business can change too, and you need it. For me, I'm trying to change my business and put it into the days rather than the evenings because my little boys start kindergarten. And I want to shift a little bit. So one of the realtors in this group, she says, well, do you have something that I can give when I do closings? Yeah.
Right.
So she's got little packets for me that when she closes with these new people in town, when she's got these moms not knowing what to do because they haven't met anybody yet, here's something fun to do. She's putting my name out there. So those types of things are really good. And you always want to keep a notepad with you to jot down potential hostesses and stuff as you think about them, as well as your lifestyle cards to give out as you're meeting with people. So those are some things to help you get your bookings, to keep your name out there and so forth. And then you want to have the fun element at the show. Fun element. Okay, Tammy's already done some theme shows. You've seen the legs and all that fun stuff. Invitations are always great. We're going to send you all this stuff so you don't have to write it all down, but these are cute. This is a flip-flop that you fold and it's the invitation. Okay? It's the front and the back side of the invitation. And it's flip on over, flop in a chair, find the right piece, and add some flair. Isn't that cute? And speaking of flip-flops, okay? Okay. Now, I use this one because I thought of it last minute and didn't have time to go get one. But you can do fun mail. Okay, we do fun mail year round, and what that basically is when you send your hostess a really neat thing in the mail, something she would just be like blown away. This is in my mailbox. Y'all, I mail flip-flops. I kid you not. You can mail a flip-flop, okay? And so I would go to the dollar store and you can get your flip-flops for $1, so that's 50 cents a flip-flop, right? And you put a little label here and then a label here, return and then the person's name. And then on the back here you say, your friends are gonna flip over all the new jewelry.
And these are fun to do when the new
Stuff
line
like
comes
that.
out.
Another one you can do, you're gonna flip over the jewelry. You can also send a beach ball in the mail. Okay, we're
Blown
gonna
up,
have,
blown up.
you blow it up and you put your stuff, their stuff. We're gonna have a ball in the jewelry. We're gonna have a ball playing in the jewelry. And yes, it comes just like this in a mailbox. Yes.
It's like $2.
Yeah, you don't have to put it in a box. You just send it in there and it shows up like that. Can you imagine getting that in your mail?
Oh, so I write it and I write down in so after I put the 2 in the front, whatever, I used to do this in label or in Sharpie, and then I write so and so. I can't wait until your party. We're gonna have a ball.
People love it. They get so excited that they got that in the mail, they cannot wait to see it.
Yeah, no, you don't want the post office to do.
Where do you get these?
These came from Oriental Trading.
Yeah.
You get a big unit of them.
Yeah, so things like that you can get from Oriental Trading. I'm sure that they come from other places too. But the key is minimize the expense, but do something fun.
Make sure you get the right size, because I was going to do football because I'm a big SEC girl, and I ordered like the ones that are going to be the size of the mailbox. So we have plenty of those left over to just play with.
But we mailed them to check and see if they would show up, and they came. So
If like no post office will tell you they can't do that?
No, they're like, it's $1.97 or $2.07. Yeah, they put all that label and stuff.
yeah, so it's really neat. It comes in your
Oh
mailbox.
yeah, I have people post on Facebook, oh my gosh, look at what she sent.
So I typically do my fun mails about a week before the show.
We already have
I'll send that, so they're getting it about a week before the show, and then if they had any idea of canceling, they're not canceling.
Yeah, they're not gonna cancel.
Because they were so excited she sent me a shoe. They're the ball in my mailbox. Okay, so those are fun things. Another thing you can do, hoping that it won't get eaten on the way, but I've seen them, a box of Whoppers. We're going to have a Whopper of a good time. Sprees, I can't wait to help you go on your shopping spree.
Yep.
Fun things that you can do thinking outside the box to keep that hostess excited and show that you're going the extra mile for her and we're going to have fun. She will work harder on her pre-sales and getting people there because that jewelry lady's fun. Okay, so work on your fun element at your show. Another fun thing that I've done in the past is popsicle sticks. Okay, if you're doing a booking activity like a player pass or something like that, you can actually get the little popsicle makers. You can get them at the dollar store. And in each little popsicle hole, put a piece of paper in there and say, when you host a show with me, when you book tonight, you get to pick a popsicle. And you get whatever's in that popsicle. And you put goodies or free shipping or whatever you want it to be. They get that, a discount. But it's fun because it's linked to the summer. Okay? So y'all see that there's all kinds of fun ways that you can do stuff with your summer.
Yes. You say you're going to send this flip-flop to us?
Yes, I'm going to send you every bit of this, but I'll pass it around so you can look and see what it all is right now. There you go. And the last thing, I'm not going to touch on a whole lot of this. I'm going to send it out though. As you're thinking about sharing the sponsoring promotion, 10 great reasons why you would want to start your business in the summer. These are great so that you can just have on hand as soon as people come to you with an objection, because that's what people will do. You've got something great to say right back to them. Summer is a wonderful time, especially for teachers. And I say that because Gina's a teacher as well. When you start a teacher in the summer, it's helping her to get going through her quick start, and then by the time school comes back in, she's ready to rock and roll at her schedule and pace. And one of the biggest things about summer for everybody is your summer will set the pace for the fall selling season. So if you sit around by the pool and do nothing, or if you just go on all your vacations and play, Y'all are going to lose out on a wonderful fall selling season. You do not want to be playing catch up come August.
No, and
So-
fall starts for us like the third week of July.
Yeah. So, like when your new jewelry comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to think about is go play, go have fun, but work your business in the midst of it. That's the wonderful thing about this business. You can work it in the nooks and crannies, inside and out, and we will be working it by the pool tomorrow morning. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's gonna be there.
10 o'clock for whoever wants to come out and hang with us, okay? And so we are going to tie it up here real quick. I wanted to go into one final thing for you.
What, that I can send out, like, I actually have that one checked too.
I want to talk to you about Rally, okay? Rally is coming up. You've seen lots of emails going around. We've had lots of discussion about it, but the deadline for Rally registration is Friday. Who is going and has already registered? Okay, good, good. Who is going and has not registered yet? Okay, no one. Who would like to go but is trying to figure out a way in the next couple days? Amber. Okay. Here's what I want you to think about. Premier is going to change the face of your business, and it's not just that we're saying that. Okay, it truly will. So if the only thing that you can come up right now with is registration, that's all you need right this minute. Okay? Because registration, you just have to have the registration fee. So think about, do you have some jewelry you can sell real quick? That can be your registration fee. Do you have anything you can pull from anywhere? It's just that registration fee. Next month, you're going to obviously have to figure out how to get there, and you can work through several different ways to get there, but I would stay focused on selling jewelry. Do a show focused on this is my money to raise my airfare, okay? And then you don't have to worry about the hotel until you're there. So if it's something you want, just really focus on that and think you're not just throwing money into something frivolous. It will change your business. Raise your hand if you have been to Rally. Do you all agree that it has made an impact in your business? Huge. Okay. So I just want to encourage you, if you're on the fence, talk to somebody about it, because it is really, really worth your time and your investment, and the amount that you spend, even if it's say $600, y'all, that would be paid back in 3 jewelry shows, and you will come back so pumped and energized from Rally and for what you're getting out of it. And I'm not just talking about the training. You get training here. I'm talking about what Rally will do to you on the inside, that you will far surpass that $600 investment. It is so worth it. And then the other thing was the catalog. If you are going to want to work your business when this new line comes out, you have to have your catalogs ordered by Friday. And the reason that is when the new line comes out, there will be a rush on catalogs. Okay? After Friday, they shut down the orders. You will not have another opportunity until the new line is introduced, and then everybody's going to be going after them, and it's going to be difficult for you to get them right at first, okay? They typically ship out the day that the new jewelry is introduced, so you, if you are still here, will have those catalogs when everybody else is seeing them, okay? So it's typically on that Friday or Saturday that they show up here, and you will want to have those because everybody's going to want to see that new jewelry, and you're going to want to be able to promote that as soon as possible, okay? Yes, ma'am.
I've got a show booked for July the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Will the catalog be in before?
Yes. Yes, they come in that weekend. They come in that weekend before.
That's our sole purpose of doing it that day.
Is that a Tuesday?
They will come in that weekend before.
Is that
yes,
the Tuesday?
I think it is.
I was going to say, they are usually there, if they are not there Saturday, they're there by Tuesday.
Now here's the
Mine
other.
always come on Friday.
They changed, I think, and they're starting to get here on Friday now. But like
Here's
they
the-
changed
Mine always
everything.
come on Friday.
Here's the other thing to remember.
Maybe there will be
If
Friday.
you have shows that are going to overlap, you are still using your current catalog. Everything in there can still be ordered. So if you're working pre-sales, you still work out of that catalog. You just transition once the new one is introduced. So if you have pre-sale orders, you still place those orders. They will still be in stock for a little bit. Okay? And then you transition. There are a couple ladies in here. Brianna, have you done yours yet? Orders?
Mass order, I'm just going to collect it.
Okay, Brianna and Judy, I think we're both working on a mass order because the more you order, the cheaper the price. And so if you are interested in getting in on that, talk. Brianna and Judy, both hold up your hands, please. So talk to either one of these ladies if you want to get involved in on that mass order with them. Yes.
What area of town do you live in?
Tequila, like 3 miles down the road.
She's in the Tequila area, Judy's in the Lawrenceville area.
So, if you want, and it's, I have over the 11, I think it's like.
11 something a pack.
It's,
No, she's got, it's $12.70.
$12.40.
Okay, that's right,
So
no,
it's like
$12.40.
$1 a catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then the last thing is the after rally party. We of course will have the Fun to Share night, which is where you're inviting people to hear about the business at Brooks Home
No.
on the 23rd.
No. Oh, in June. Okay, but Fun to
That's
Share
the first
is
time.
combined, okay. In July. I'm just making sure. I gotta fix the calendar. It's wrong.
That's June 23rd. But then after that, we will be having our big after rally party here. And I know that y'all think it's just training. It's not just going to be a typical training. It's an after rally party where we that go to rally bring back the excitement with us, share some of the highlights we've gotten. We will have as much jewelry as we can here so that y'all can see it. It will be a great time for you to bring people. If we happen to get way too many people that say that they're coming, we may just find a different location for that night, but that would be an awesome thing to happen. So when you see that invitation, please RSVP so we know how to plan. But it's always a really fun night at the after rally party. It'll be here, and just invite your people. It'll be full of energy, and we will actually do our OP that night. Everything will be that night.
Yeah, Fun to Share and everything.
It's a Monday.